Hey ladies and gentlemen, Paul here again for another instalment of Sargacious Sundays, and as you can see, our good luck charm up here, Dirrawong, he's still hanging around, so that should tell you that all's well in the universe. Now, today's instalment, we are looking at another very common saying from our ancestors that I'm sure we all probably heard as children. Every cloud has a silver lining. Now, the originator of this metaphor was a man called John Milton, and he penned this term, this phrase, in a poem that he wrote called Comus, and that was in 1634. Although it's vastly different to the term that we know today. And how it was originally penned is, was I deceived, or did a sable cloud turn forth her silver lining on the night? Lovely eloquent flow. However, it's changed vastly to what we know today, which is every cloud has a silver lining. And that first made it to print around 1849. So, that surface level, let's look at it at the surface level. It's merely an encouragement to be optimistic. And it probably is that. However, it also suggests that any negative situation, no matter how drastic, how dire, has the potential to result in or produce something positive or beneficial to you. Now, that may be physical, maybe financial. You may actually get a broken heart. Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Or it most likely will be the one thing that is present in every situation, and that is the lessons for you to learn to be wiser, more prepared in the future because of the experience. So that is the one silver lining that is constant and is present in every situation. The lessons contained there within the experience. So now last week, in our Sargacious Sunday, the very last episode, we talked about how people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, which then led to perception is reflection, and how we should treat other people as if we're all connected to the same source energy. Whatever term you call it, be it God, Allah, Buddha, Yahweh, energy, source, doesn't matter. To me, it's ultimately the same thing. And if no matter which one of these you believe, ultimately, everyone else is another you with the same source within them. So even in these negative situations, some of these people are, as we mentioned last week, messengers or teachers of lessons for you to learn and grow on an internal level. Because remember what Socrates said, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. Okay? Now, I'm not suggesting at all that these lessons or experiences are always palatable or pleasurable. Sometimes at best they might be bittersweet, sometimes they might be downright unpalatable. However, it is a common belief in spirituality, doesn't matter which philosophy you look at, that until you learn the lessons you need to learn now so that you can grow on the path that you're on, if you don't learn them now, you are destined to repeat them until you do. What you resist persists. So even in the most trying, dire, bittersweet of situations, we still need to be able to step back, take that 6-second breath, and be a little bit grateful, even in the midst of all this, gratitude. So we need to be able to step back and remain grateful in this situation and come from another mindset. And that mindset is actually an attitude of gratitude. So be grateful for the experience and the knowledge contained and gained therein. It may not be a great thing to have this experience right now. However, it will fortify you, arm you, and empower you so that you do not make this mistake again. Now, I know that it can be difficult when in the midst of some dire situation, especially if it's extremely negative, to be able to hold yourself back for a second, step out of the situation, view it from a different perspective, and even one of gratitude can be extremely difficult. However, when you manage to do it, it's a game changer. So if you look for the silver lining in that cloud, especially when you're there in the moment, you can learn the lesson right there and be able to be empowered. And I can tell you now that that is a game changer. So, like I said earlier, on the surface level, it's just an encouragement. Oh, there's got to be something good there. However, when you look at it at a deeper level, there is always something good there, even if it's a lesson. But the lesson will last and last with you and empower you for the next time that you're in that situation, so that it is nowhere near as dire or extreme as what you're experiencing in that moment. And you will stop having to learn the same lesson over and over, which means you progress. You'll progress to higher quality issues and problems. But that's better than staying at the lowest rung on the ladder, isn't it? So, I hope that is intriguing and thought-provoking. We're starting to get into a little bit of gratitude, which is the next couple of videos will deal with some gratitude. But until then, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from my mate up here, Dirrawong, and we'll catch you up next week for another instalment of Sargacious Sunday. Ciao for now, everyone. Have a good one.